Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Phone Mania. With God's grace, we do have the two variants of the Iqoo Neo 10R. This is the 8GB 128GB variant in the Moon Knight titanium color, and another one is the 12GB 256GB variant in the raging blue color. So guys, let's start off from this gun. That's the 8GB 128GB Moon Knight titanium color. So let's start off from the unboxing. So we are getting a peel off. Iqoo Neo 10R. Okay, and one seal over here. So let's open up. So first we are getting the phone itself. Let's keep it aside, and some IMEI stickers and a case which is a decent quality one, obviously, which is provided with Iqoo always, and then important information and warranty card, then a quick start guide. See what else are we getting in the box. That's an adapter. Yeah, that's a 90-watt adapter, but this phone supports just 80 watt, and that's a USB type A to type C data cables which we are getting over here, and a SIM ejector tool as well. So let's now check the phone. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, that's definitely a premium looking. It looks like the titanium gray on the Galaxy S24 Ultra and 25 Ultra. Looks really premium. Wow, look at, and oh, I'll just give you a close-up of the phone. And wow, you can see another arc like of a design while we just light reflects, which looks cool. And the camera ring silver color, and on the sides also it looks a bit premium because of this color. And on the top, okay, you can see this is the top and the left portion, and the bottom. Wow. Now let's compare this color right against the raging blue. So this is the raging blue color. You can see this is a completely dual tone fancy type of color which inspires a sort of a light racing type of something. And you can see a Neo logo is just over here. If you just see so really close, then you could see a Neo logo, and it's written Power Twin over here. But in this one there is no such logos, just a plain titanium premium grayish finish over there, and versus a white stripe versus a blue stripe over here. And this camera ring is also a bit of bluish ring versus the silver one over here. And yeah, and on the left you can see that's a blue frame versus the gray frame. Gray frame, I would say, complements a bit of a premiumness if we compare with this blue one. That's up to you guys. So that's my personal preference. And this is how it looks from the top, and this is the left side, and this is the bottom. Okay, so that's up to you. Which one do you like? I would say I do have a minor edge towards this gray color, which complements a bit of premiumness along with a classy premium look compared with this fancy color. That's up to you. Now there will be users confused to pick which variants they should have. So this is the RAM and storage of these two phones. So one is the 8GB 128GB and another one is the 12GB 256GB over here. And you can see out of 8GB, it's already by default the external RAM is turned on, so that means it is also using an 8GB from the internal memory on the 8GB variant, and the 12GB from the internal memory on the 12GB variant. So approximately I would say 5.5GB would be used by default. You can see no applications are running in the background. Still it's using approximately 5 to 5.5GB in and around. So just you are getting a 2.5GB available on the 8GB variant if you have turned off the external RAM, and there is a lot on this 12GB variant, so that's safe side. So if you are looking into a heavy set of gaming and all, then I would definitely recommend picking up the 12GB variant. And how about the storage? I will show you. So you can see the difference in terms of the storage. You are getting 25.59 is used over here, and on this over here 27.14 is used. And I would say the available storage on the 128GB is 102GB, and on the 256GB variant 228GB. One more difference between these two phones, that's the 8GB 128GB. That's the base variant of the Iqoo Neo 10R. Comes with the UFS 3.1 versus if you are picking the 8GB 256GB variant or the 12GB 256GB variant, then you are getting the UFS 4.1. So that's definitely advantage, but you wouldn't notice that difference in the normal day-to-day life activities. But if you are looking into high-end gaming, data transfers and so on, then you should expect minor differences between these two of them. And apart from that, both comes with the LPDDR5X RAM as well. Some of you might be still confused whether that UFS 3.1 versus the UFS 4.1 would make a big difference on the user experience as well as heavy usage or the day-to-day life activities. What do you say? Let's do a test, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do a test. So I'm gonna show you. So I'm already in the ultra game mode and I have already added the Adobe benchmark on both of them. So you can see Adobe benchmark is already added for both of them, and you can see everything I have closed the background for both of them. So let me close everything and now open the Adobe benchmark on both of them, and let's see. And you can see the monster mode is already turned on, and you can see the monster mode is already turned on. And now let's start the test in 3 2 1 and go. Later on we'll be checking the storage test as well. So in 3 2, and you can see both of them are having the X at 10.4.6. so let's start the test. Okay, let me switch to hyperlapse. So now the test is being completed, and now let's check the temperatures. You can see it's reached almost 46. Yeah, it's 43.44. Yeah, 44, almost 43 point something. And you can see the difference between the scores of these two of them. So this is the 8GB 128GB variant, and this is the 12GB 256GB variant. So we have got 14,38,629 on the 12GB 256GB variant, and 13,95,406 on the 8GB 128GB variant. Now checking the other scores, it's the CPU is 3,76,000 versus 3,86,000, so slightly higher on the AG180 variant. And in the GPU it's 4,69,000 versus 4,94,000, that's also higher on the AG180 variant. And in terms of the memory, yeah, you can see a big difference. You can see both are having the LPDDR5X, and you can see it's 2,51,000 versus 3,28,000. They're big difference over there, and the UX is exactly the same for both of them. That's the area which had the maximum difference. Now let's check the main, that's the storage test. So let's see. What do you think of the scores? Approximately what would be the difference, or would be there any difference? Ooh, wait, what? There is a huge difference. You can see the read speed is 34,000 versus 16,000. Okay, almost half the difference. Anyways, let's complete the text. I would say there is a big difference between the scores, obviously, I would say. Anyways, let's wait. I would say it's close to 1,50,000 or something like that. Let's wait. Okay, it's still. Oh my god, that's a huge, I would say, huge difference in terms of the speeds of these two of them. You can see just 1,90,000 versus 1,11,000. I was expecting around 1,50,000, but this is too low. And if you look at the read speed, it's 34,000 versus 16,000. And if you look at the speed, it's 3,507 versus just 1,621. A big difference. And in terms of the write speed, you can see it's 36,000 versus just 18,000. And if you look at the speed, it's 3,194 versus just 1,616. And apart from that, the random access speed is also low. Okay, you can see it's the score is 98K versus 62,000, and the AI read speed is 20,000 versus just 14,000. So I would definitely recommend buying the 8GB 256GB or the 12GB 256GB if you are looking for a high-end gaming or high-end usage of the Iqoo Neo 10. So I'm gonna do the gaming review with the Call of Duty, BGMI and Genshin Impact, and few more tests regarding the camera reviews, the display test, the audio test, and an overall review of the phone. And along with that, I'm gonna do the tips, tricks, and features and settings on video. So that's today. Signing off. It's Phone Mania.